Hi, my loves. Welcome. This is going to be a quick reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Keep in mind it will not resonate with everyone. Take what resonates to your story and leave what doesn't. Don't force it so that you don't become confused. And if you are interested in a personal reading, send me a text message, 971-354-9504. Okay, my beautiful Geminis. All right, so really fast. I'm picking up on someone that has a very intense tension headache. So if you find yourself having a tension headache, it really does mean that you're trying to carry everything. Usually where the tension headache starts is where that little dent that we have in the back of our neck, I guess. It's called the atlas. And whenever we feel like we're carrying everything, we start to place it right there, because I don't know if you guys remember the story of Atlas, but the carrying the world, and so it's when we feel like there's too much pressure on us. So I feel like, honestly, Gemini, it's almost like you've been trying a little too hard for something. And the way that I've always noticed when it comes to Geminis, when it's too complicated for you guys, or when it's not easy. Well, it's not that life is not ever going to be super easy, right? But when you're having to convince yourself over and over and over again, that's usually when it's not meant to work out. Because you guys, I feel like you guys make your best decisions when you move out of instinct, instead of sitting there and stalling and trying to figure out exactly. So there's an energy of, all right, let's move on. Let's move forward. Yay. 4 of Wands with the Ace of Wands. The Knight of Swords. Very fast movement. Could be in a new connection, or there could be some new portal evolution. You can feel yourself upgrading. It can also be feeling yourself physically upgrading. Could be connecting with a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, Gemini. There's new love on the table here. Or if you're already in a relationship, then your relationship is evolving into a new level. And it could even be because you're evolving. You're not holding on to things as much. I feel like there's an energy of feeling like you need to free yourself, and you're not going to care as much. And it's not that you're just not going to care about the things that you're not supposed to in the moments you're not supposed to. And that's fair. It's fair for you not to have to think about work when you're at home. It's fair for you not to have to think about your boyfriend problems while you're at the gym. It's fair for you not to, you know what I mean? When they present themselves, then you'll deal with it. But don't go stressing yourself out thinking about things when there's really nothing you can do about it. The solution will always come to you, but if you can't do anything about it and you have to go do what you have to do, then you might as well do it with a clear mind and just focus. And I know that it's easier said than done, but if you're able to master that, you'll be able to master everything else. It really is all about trying to stay as focused as possible to keep yourself present. And I feel like there's something new, on top of doing that. I feel like it could be helping your relationship, because there's a new beginning in your connection. Tell me about this Ace of Cups with the King of Wands. I feel like someone is finally approaching the way that you feel you've been needing to be. I don't know. I don't know how to word that. I don't know why. Someone is worthy, I guess. Because they're acting worthy. They act worthy. They give love. They show love, they show energy. 6 of Cups with the Hangman. Could be a Pisces, strong Pisces energy, but this person is definitely a soulmate, and you guys, it's a really love at first sight. I feel like that's what's going to make it so much easier to let go of the past. And again, if this is already a relationship, this could be someone that you have kids with, and it could be that after you had kids, things kind of started changing, or if kids are involved, kids could be the thing that's stalling this connection a little bit, and maybe it has in the past. Or if you guys even have kids, a relationship is always gonna take a little bit of a hit, because the woman's body changes and her hormones change, and it takes a woman 3 years for her body to return all the way to normal after she gives birth. That's a long time. And it's a long time for a woman to have to kind of like go back to reset. And then it's also a long time for a man to continue to like, you know, deal with the unpredictable energy. Because when the energy is like that, it really is. Not that it's her fault or his fault. It's nobody's fault. But we like to place blame, right? And that's always where the problem lies. Because if you are in a relationship with someone and kids are starting to slow the connection down, or too many responsibilities are starting to slow the connection down, we're always going to try and control the first thing we can, which is our relationship. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Tell me about the Six of Cups with the Hangman. The Nine of Swords. See, that anxiety. I feel like somebody's making up their mind, like, yes, this is what I want. I want this love. I want this relationship. I want this connection. But there's like a lot of anxiety behind that. But that's when we grow. We grow when things are uncomfortable. Not when things are hard, but when things are uncomfortable. Like, how can I explain that? It's because there's a difference. I just don't know how to explain the difference. Like, it's not coming to me. But like, you're going to learn. You're going to learn the most when things are tough. But at the same time, you also need to know when, like, if the lesson is already something you've learned. Because if you haven't, it's inevitable for you to go back into it and have to learn it or have to go through it. Like, it's inevitable. And so it kind of feels like the two of you went into the connection, and the two of you went through something that was inevitable. Like, you guys maybe, or there was a new relationship here, and the relationship started triggering everything that was already inside. And so it started bringing out certain energies in the two of you, and the universe is saying that is inevitable. But also, like, look for things that you can prevent and avoid, because certain things that are unnecessary. Certain pain is unnecessary. Like, you're not going to go and put your hand in the fire after you figure out that it burns, right? And so the universe is saying, after you know what you like, after you know what you need, and after you like all of these things, Gemini, like, listen to yourself whenever you start to notice, like, hey, maybe this looks like a pattern that I could be repeating. Because I think that's what the universe is trying to, that's where the lesson is here. Because somebody's really afraid, and they're going to realize, like, I'm gaining power. I guess that's how you know when you're going through something for purpose. It's when you gain power by defeating those little battles instead of feeling like you're getting drained. Because if you're feeling like you're getting drained, then you're just wasting it. And the universe is saying, we're not doing this for any purpose. We're not learning a lesson. This is nobody's. And most of the time that comes from an ego battle. Like, when you're battling with your partner because of certain shit that has to pop up, the universe is saying every argument is worth the fight. You know, you don't have to win every argument. Pick and choose your battles, I guess. All right, Gemini, I love you. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger, and I hope that it helped. Thank you so much. Bye, my loves.